up who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. Same squad, same squad.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for touchback. On first down, Rodgers trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he'll take this up near. The 35, maybe the 34. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. To throw is Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
21.
On first down, Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Now it's Breida. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Good one, able to haul it in. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. second down. Here's Garoppolo. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
21.
A first carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jake Ryan in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. To throw, it's Rodgers. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking left side, that's caught by Macklin. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded at the 7. A great return there of 22 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
They run with Breida, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
11. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Garoppolo now. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there at 22. Garoppolo on first down. Push it, and he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too...
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the team...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to...
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. 3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And a rout is on here in this first half. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Rodgers now on first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The Packers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun. Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Rodgers now on first down. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Adams has it complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Let's go, come on.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Rodgers again now. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. This is Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Breida. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Go ahead. Hey, gun.
On first down, Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Steps away to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now Jones. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. Now Crosby for the point after. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. That's Goodwin. And all the way down to the 26. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. And a very appropriate gain as well, 49 yards. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a play fake here on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Hey, 88.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Over the middle to Garcon. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
Go ahead. 21.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. A dump down to McKinnon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window, and he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Montravius Adams in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. Well, goal missed it. It's no good. Wide to the left, off the mark, and this score will stay right where it is. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice gain of 21 yards. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Throwing is Rodgers. And now here is another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie corner, Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Stays on his feet, and they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going. Want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. He's at the 50. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. Boy, people are really happy about those picks. Any fantasy team that has this defense.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Give him 7 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And again, it's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
88.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
21. 13.
Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And now another one thrown incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
And able to find Garcon. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Hey, gun.
Play action, Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of
big blob of green on the radar?
as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Niners, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they can't quite seem to turn things around.
Out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now. I'm too, on one day on my third, I was too broke, now I'm too rich, made 100K on my third shift, I'm a boy, so, boy, and I'm a gangster, and you a, boy, man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Right now, I got you. Right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew love right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now. Yeah, I'm too up, round blew up, copped that new rape on them haters, threw up, brother went to jail for them, told me you up, first time I seen 100 bands, yeah I grew up, ooh, on the couch with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now.
Thicker the ply, thicker the bag. Beat them a bite, now lacing no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it. The is mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around. Just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for a doubt. She don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane. Asked for a burger, watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. Where we gon' laugh? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.